It's 3:12 a.m. The world is asleep. Your neighbors are asleep. Even your dog is asleep. But your brain just decided it's the perfect time to replay something embarrassing you said in 2014. In high definition. You flip the pillow to the cold side. It's warm. Still warm. Like your anxiety. And now you're angry at fabric. Congratulations. So you grab your phone. Because obviously, staring into a tiny artificial sun at 3 a.m. is a great strategy for falling asleep. What could possibly go wrong? You type how to fall asleep fast, and somewhere between breathing exercises and whale sounds, you see it. Garlic under your pillow. Yes, garlic. The same thing that makes pasta incredible and first dates complicated. That garlic. Apparently, if you place a clove under your pillow, you'll sleep like a baby, which is ironic because babies don't sleep either. So the question is simple. Is this ancient wisdom we've forgotten? Or is this what happens when insomnia meets Wi-Fi? Tonight, we're not just laughing at this, we're testing it. We're looking at history, neuroscience, psychology, and even real sleep tracker data. Because if garlic truly cures insomnia, pharmacies are about to be replaced by grocery stores. Let's start at the beginning. Thousands of years ago, garlic wasn't just food. It was medicine. It was protection. It was power. Ancient Egyptians believed garlic gave strength and endurance. Workers building pyramids were fed garlic daily. No mention of pillows though. In ancient Greece, athletes ate garlic before competitions. Apparently, it was the original pre-workout supplement. Zero branding, maximum smell. Then came medieval Europe, and things got dramatic. Garlic wasn't for strength anymore, it was for survival. People hung garlic in their homes to ward off evil spirits, disease, curses, and of course, vampires. Now think about this. If you truly believe something protects you from danger, your nervous system relaxes. And when your nervous system relaxes, sleep becomes easier. Not because of chemistry, but because of safety. So maybe garlic under the pillow wasn't about Allison. Maybe it was about anxiety. And anxiety is the real enemy of sleep. Not darkness, not silence, not vegetables. Let's talk science. Real science. The kind with sleep labs and wires attached to your head, not medieval folklore. Roughly 30% of adults report insomnia symptoms. That means if you're watching this, statistically, 1 out of 3 of you didn't sleep well last night. About 10% struggle with chronic insomnia. Not once in a while, not after coffee, every week. Insomnia isn't just annoying. It increases anxiety, weakens concentration, and even affects immune function. And anxiety makes insomnia worse, which creates a beautiful, exhausting loop. Now here's the key question. Does garlic break that loop? Short answer, no. Long answer, also no, but with nuance. Sleep is regulated by circadian rhythm, your internal 24-hour clock. It responds to light, temperature, routine. Melatonin rises in darkness. Blue light from your phone suppresses it. Garlic does not override this system, unless you tape garlic to your screen, which I strongly advise against. Garlic contains allicin. It's antibacterial. It's good for cardiovascular health. But sedative? No solid evidence. There are no major clinical trials showing garlic under your pillow improves sleep latency or deep sleep stages. None. But here's where it gets interesting. Placebo effects in sleep research are powerful, surprisingly powerful. In multiple studies, people who believed they took a sleep aid fell asleep faster, even when the pill was inactive. Expectation changes perception, and perception changes experience. So if you truly believe garlic will protect you, calm you, help you, your brain might cooperate. Not because garlic emits magical sleep particles, but because belief reduces stress, and reduced stress lowers cortisol, and lower cortisol makes sleep easier. So technically, garlic can help. Indirectly, psychologically, accidentally. But here's the twist. Strong smells can also stimulate the brain. Lavender relaxes, vanilla soothes. Garlic announces itself aggressively. If your bedroom smells like an Italian restaurant at midnight, your brain might not think, ah yes, bedtime. It might think, dinner. But let's be fair, garlic does have real health benefits. It can support cardiovascular health, slightly reduce blood pressure, and improve circulation. That's legitimate science, just not pillow science. Better circulation can improve overall well-being, and when your body feels better, sleep sometimes improves too. But notice the key word, sometimes, because to get those benefits, you have to eat garlic, not tuck it in like a tiny smelly roommate. Imagine explaining this to someone. No, it's not for cooking, it's for REM cycles. Now let's go deeper. What actually causes insomnia? It's rarely one thing. It's usually stress, irregular schedules, late night stimulation, or overthinking. Sometimes all four. When you lie in bed awake, your brain starts associating the bed with with frustration. That's called conditioned arousal, and it's powerful. Your bed should mean sleep. Instead, it starts meaning performance anxiety, but horizontal. And here's the problem. If you add garlic to that equation, your brain now has something new to focus on. The smell, the experiment, the expectation. Instead of relaxing, you're thinking, is it working? Am I sleepy? Is that oregano? So we decided to test this properly. Not just one night, 14 nights, with a sleep tracker. Same room, same temperature, same schedule. Week 1, no garlic. Baseline data. Average sleep latency, 22 minutes. Deep sleep, normal range, nothing dramatic. Week 2, garlic under the pillow. 1 clove, not a whole farm. We're testing science, not seasoning the mattress. Night 1 with garlic felt noticeable. The smell was strong, not unbearable, but definitely present, like subtle pizza energy. Sleep latency that night, 27 minutes. Slightly worse. Could be random, could be curiosity. Night 3, back to 23 minutes. Almost identical to baseline. The brain had adapted or stopped caring. Deep sleep duration across the week? No statistically meaningful difference, within normal nightly variation. REM sleep? Same story. Some nights slightly higher, some slightly lower. Nothing consistent. Total sleep time? Almost identical. If garlic had superpowers, it was clearly being modest. Subjective feeling in the morning? Slightly better on 2 nights. But those were also days with less stress. Interesting coincidence, which highlights something important. Sleep quality is heavily influenced by daytime stress, not nighttime vegetables. Now here's a twist. On one of the garlic nights, snoring slightly increased. Not dramatically, just enough to be noticed. Is garlic to blame? Probably not. But strong smells can mildly irritate airways in sensitive individuals. Which brings us to smell psychology. Your sense of smell is directly wired to the limbic system, the emotional brain. That's why certain smells instantly relax you, or instantly remind you of something embarrassing. Lavender has research supporting mild relaxation effects. It lowers heart rate slightly. Garlic does not have that research. Garlic's scent is sharp, penetrating, alerting. It doesn't whisper sleep, it shouts kitchen. And your brain is context-driven. Bedrooms are for sleep, kitchens are for food. When you mix signals, the brain gets confused. If your room smells like dinner, your subconscious might subtly stay alert, just in case pasta appears. But let's not demonize garlic. It's not evil, it's just misunderstood in the bedroom. The real villains of sleep are far less glamorous. Stress, blue light, irregular schedules, late caffeine. And here's something uncomfortable. Good sleep hygiene is boring. It's repetitive. It requires discipline. Putting garlic under your pillow is exciting. It feels like a hack, like a secret trick. But real improvement usually comes from simple habits done consistently, not dramatic midnight rituals. Wake up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Yes, I know, that hurts more than insomnia. Get sunlight in the morning. It anchors your circadian rhythm. Garlic does not anchor anything, except maybe your reputation. Exercise during the day. Move your body. Physical fatigue supports healthy sleep pressure. Limit caffeine after early afternoon. Coffee at 6 p.m. is a confidence move, not a smart one. Dim lights in the evening. Tell your brain it's safe to slow down. And please, put the phone away at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. I promise Instagram will survive without you. Notice something? None of these recommendations involve vegetables. Let's be honest. If garlic truly cured insomnia, Italy would have the highest sleep quality on Earth, and yet they still drink espresso at night. We don't want discipline, we want shortcuts. We want one weird trick doctors don't want us to know. Garlic feels ancient, mysterious, slightly magical, which makes it emotionally convincing. But sleep doesn't care about mythology, sleep cares about biology. Your brain doesn't say, ah yes, medieval vegetable detected. It says, why does the bedroom smell like dinner? And here's another twist. When you try too hard to sleep, you make it worse. Sleep is the only thing in life that runs away when you chase it. Adding garlic turns bedtime into a performance. Now you're not just sleeping, you're testing produce. You lie there thinking, is this working yet? That question alone is enough to keep you awake. Real insomnia often improves with something called CBT-1, cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia. It restructures thoughts, reduces sleep anxiety, rebuilds healthy associations with the bed. Notice what it does not include. Garlic. Not even optional garlic. Because insomnia is rarely a deficiency of vegetables. It's a hyperactive mind, a stressed nervous system, a body stuck in alert mode. And the cure for alert mode isn't aroma warfare, it's safety. consistency, calm repetition. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth. Garlic under your pillow might help once, because the first night it feels new. Novelty reduces monotony. Monotony fuels rumination, but novelty fades, and then you're just left with garlic, and maybe a slightly confused partner, or a dog that refuses to enter the room ever again. Let's zoom out. Why do myths like this survive? Because they offer control, and insomnia feels like losing control. When you can't sleep, you feel powerless. Putting garlic under your pillow feels like action. Action reduces anxiety, even symbolic action. So maybe garlic isn't about chemistry, it's about control. But real control comes from understanding your sleep, not seasoning it. Sleep isn't a switch, it's a process, a slow biological descent. You can't force it, you can only allow it. And allowing requires lowering stimulation, lowering pressure, lowering fear, not increasing the aroma intensity of your pillow. So here's the verdict. Scientifically, garlic under your pillow does not cure insomnia. Psychologically, it might help if you believe in it. Briefly, socially, high risk. Romantically, extremely high risk. Culinarily, outstanding. 5 stars, highly recommended. But here's what I really want you to remember. Insomnia is not a personal failure. It's not weakness. It's not broken willpower. It's a stressed system that needs recalibration. And recalibration happens through light, routine, movement, calm, not produce. So tonight, leave the garlic in the kitchen. Turn off the phone, dim the lights, breathe slowly. Let your brain feel safe. And if a vampire shows up, congratulations, you have bigger problems than insomnia. Good night.